da da. You know what? I have to. Good morning. Sorry, I was squirreling. I'm not sure if I flipped the camera thing around last time I posted. So when we film like this, hi. Hang on. I'm totally. Oh look, we didn't do this. Hang on. Hello and welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
The Adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
When we film like this, I have to flip, like it does a mirror image and it doesn't write itself. On Zoom it writes itself. So, yeah. I'm squirreling already. Can you tell? I didn't get enough sleep last night. Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber. In kind of chilly, but could be worse, Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there. It's going to be nice today.
Yeah, it's going to be mid-50s today, right?
Almost 60. Upper 50s. And sunny. And then tonight into tomorrow morning, it's going to rain. And it's going to warm up to 60 degrees by like around lunchtime. And then it's just going to crash. So it'll be colder going home from work than coming into work.
Tomorrow? Wasn't there rain in the forecast for tonight?
Yeah. Tonight into tomorrow morning.
It's all going to be crazy, you know. So anyway, that's how life is in Brevard. How is it where you are? I was going to change my top because I've been wearing this sweater for like a week.
Yeah.
And I forgot. I'm a little tired. I think it's because the cat woke me up in the middle of the night. And I couldn't reach the light to turn on because that's usually what I do so he doesn't pounce on me. So I had my phone in my hand and I had the flashlight option, you know, on. And then I half fell asleep and then I woke up again and he was there, so I was petting him. And I pet him one time's too many. And he went, ah! Before he ran away, he got me on the nose.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
You have a nice dueling scar now.
I do. And I went to roll over and go back to sleep and realized I was probably bleeding because it happens about 30 seconds after he... Yeah. So there's a mark there. Luckily, I wear a mask, so people don't see it while they're shopping, just while they get lessons from me. It's not that bad. It's just a little itty-bitty one. You probably can't even see it at home. Anyway, what was I saying? Somehow it just made me tired. So yeah, and what I was saying before is I haven't even gone back to look at it was Saturday's video.
Saturday.
We did a Saturday video instead of Thursday because Thursday was Thanksgiving. We didn't get around to filming a filler until Saturday. And I don't know if I flipped it because life. But, you know, no one complained that this was backwards. So, I also could very well have absolutely remembered to flip it. I can't remember right now.
It's been a while.
It's been 2 days.
Yes, but in small business that could be like an eternity. It was Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday and everything in between then and now.
Yeah, and thank you very much for everyone who shopped on Cyber Monday. The majority of our sales came in before mid-afternoon. And then we got a couple more throughout the day. But thank you very much. We had a very good Cyber Monday. There were sales. The more you put in your cart, the more you could save. We will be attempting to get those out during the week, this week, as much as we can. I feel like we didn't have a ton of orders. I mean, we did. But there were big orders, so it's figuring out... Liz has to figure out how to pack them in, you know, boxes and mailers and things, and we'll get them out as soon as we can. And shout out to Donna Georgie. She did acknowledge we send things out really fast if we can. Sometimes we have to find the right box. We like to try to get things out as quickly as possible. So, yeah. I'm so tired. I had coffee this morning, too. But I'm sure people are used to me saying I'm tired. I was working on gnomes.
I know you were working on gnomes. I was working on sweaters this weekend.
Yes, okay. Why don't we start with yours? Because I like to start with you so I don't get too carried away. And I like your Christmas dress, by the way.
Thank you.
She's in Christmas plaid, green plaid, and points. Are those poinsettias or holly?
Poinsettias.
And ivy?
And holly.
At the bottom. You have to stand on your head for people to see that, though.
Well, I can do
It's the
That.
Million Days of Christmas with dresses. Excuse me.
Yes.
Very pretty. I like it. I got fuzzies.
You got fuzzies.
Floating around. Okay, what did you do? Are you doing these like two at a time,
I'm
like
doing
a row and a row?
a row in a row. Only because, like, once I get through the chart, then I can just do whatever. But I figured getting through the chart one at a time, I'd actually get them both to the same spot.
And then you have the boring torso.
And then I have the boring torso and the sleeves. So
okay, show people.
So
because they're like, what are you talking about? I don't even know.
Last year, I took an old sweater pattern and a sock thistle pattern and kind of married them together. There isn't a pattern for this.
Y'all should know by now. 9 times out of 10, whatever Liz is making, there's no pattern for it. Please don't ask us for it. Or you can ask us for it, and we'll say, I don't know how to tell you to do it. You take something, then you change it. And if you're comfortable with that, have fun.
And I'm doing it on different size needles than the pattern called for because... So, it was like...
It's a technical term.
Fingering weight on a size 3 needle. And I was like, no.
Didn't we do some magic math? Or we had to make some
magic math. So
guesses on this?
I am halfway through the chart.
That's so pretty. That's a big thistle. No, yeah. Wait. I was busy rubbing my eyes, so I missed. Is this the same pattern you did before?
That I started before, yeah.
Oh, you started, but you didn't finish.
I wound up losing needles. This is the same sweater that I started.
Yes, it's not the same as the... Oh, and you got different hand dye for it. That all matchy-matchies more. Okay. It's not the same as the purple and black one that you finished.
No.
Okay.
That's the purple and black one that I finished is the sweater pattern that I'm using. I'm shrinking needles. I think that one I did 11s on.
Okay, but you're putting a different...
I'm putting
chart
a different chart in.
So it's a thistle, but different thistle than the last thistle.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It took like all weekend last year to design, like, because it's an all over yoke increases. I had to mark out where those are in the old thistle pattern and then impose the new thistle pattern and make sure everything, like...
And she says she doesn't like math.
I don't. It was more pictorial for me.
Yes, that's geometry-ish, kind of. So, yeah.
So, I am halfway...
Spatial awareness.
I'm halfway through my chart. So...
Awesome.
Yeah. So
I find the charts are the fun part. Like, my Avina's been sitting at home forever because I'm through the chart and now it's just knitting. And
I want my thistle sweaters. I want them.
I left all my just knitting sweaters in the car today. They're here.
But
they didn't make it up because I only have so much I can load myself up with. The struggle is real, people. So, okay. You got your sweaters.
Yep.
They're lovely. And again, she married 2 different patterns together. And if I can, I will post in the description, like, the chart you're using. The sock pattern chart.
It's a sock pattern sock, but you wind up having to alter one of the
sock pattern sock. Sock pattern.
Thistle sock pattern. Anyway, you
wind chart. Got it.
You wind up having to alter a leaf when you, and then it's more difficult than just, hey, I'm going to put this in here.
Someone might have to reach out to you. And then you might have to reach back and say, figure it out for yourself.
Yeah, because the idea... Ooh. The where I got this idea...
Didn't know this was still here.
Was someone in a project, in the projects on Ravelry, someone posted a black sweater with the white thistles that I'm doing now. And she was like, so I took a sweater pattern and I married this pattern into it. I don't have the notes. And she did a bottom-up sweater into it. So
for a second there, I almost thought you were going to say, She took a sweater pattern and made socks out of it, and you're taking the socks and
No.
making a sweater out of it. Okay.
Nope, it's a free sock pattern.
Okay.
And she's like, I took that thistle and married it into this. I don't remember what I did. Have fun. Because everybody, and I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to be my response. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And you're still making your pot holders.
I'm
Are your
still-
pot holders almost done?
They
I
are
thought you said maybe before?
Almost done. I should be done with them today, I think. Yes. I get about half a pot holder done during filming, so I only have little balls left.
If I could let her get back to knitting, she'd finish it while we're filming. So.
I'll finish it while we're filming, and then I'll take them home and wash them.
And felt them down?
Felt them down.
How are you felting them? Are you just throwing them in the
I'm
washing machine?
Throwing them in the washing machine with dryer balls and jeans and towels or something, and
It's roughage.
yes, and they will
Texture.
do their thing,
Yeah.
and maybe a couple cycles, and then I can get them dried and send them to my mommy and sister.
There you go. So I think I might have showed these off on Thursday. I finished my gloves.
We
The
did
Saturday?
Saturday,
The last?
maybe.
I've been testing them out and I've been loving them. I think I have some ends that are poking through from weaving my ends in that I need to clip off. But these, my timber mitts from Tin Can Knits, it's all rhymey. Don't even know if that's on purpose. They have been lovely for coming in the mornings to do.
They are gorgeous.
Aren't that pretty? And I still had, I don't know where it is anymore. I still had little bits. This is Fyberspates DK in Tweed Imps. It's our two most popular colorways in the shop. Tweed Imps and Verdigris. They're the dark, broody, almost more variegated than tonal. Just on the hinting edge of variegated. So I figured we should have samples in them. So these are samples. They have texture to them, but they still show what will happen with the colors when you knit with them. And Tin Can Knits came out with all of these lovely. This is the it's Westerly or something like that. The hat. They're both from the Lazy Sunday cable collection. I'll try to put the right description in, like name in the description. And these are timber. I did enough with this project bag. I split the Tweed Imps in half before I started, and I knit them two at a time. And I may not have the balls in here anymore. Wait. I actually took stuff out of my bag and put stuff back in, so they're towards the bottom. And they're... Okay, so this is how much I had left of one. And this is how much I have left of the other. Do you have a scale there?
I do. Hope that it turns on, because I was looking for another scale.
The other scale is right under here.
Oh.
I have my pocket scale somewhere, but not in front of me. The pocket scale would be awesome to show off to y'all, but it's in my computer case. So, is that one not working?
It's not wanting to come on.
Okay. I have 18 grams left of one ball. When both balls are on there, I have almost 30 grams left of 100 grams after making these mitts. And I really love them because when the steering wheel is cold, I can flip them up like this and grip the steering wheel. And when I get hot, I flip them down. I think this is the much more stylish way to wear them. But I can get the grippies that I need to, or I can get the warmth that I need to. They don't totally close up, so the tips of your fingers might get a little cold if you're in a really, really cold place. But we're in a mildly cold place, so kind of works. Anyway, so almost 30 grams left. It took about 70 grams, a little over 70 grams to make these. I forget how much I had left. I had more left from the hat, I'm pretty sure. I didn't make the brim long enough to totally fold up. Like, there's enough yarn in one of these skeins to do a fold-up brim as well, or a slouchy hat. So, that was fun. I did a little bit of like if you look at my morning meditations on Instagram, you'll see a few other things. Like I spent a hot minute on my Papillon. I didn't bring that in today. I spent a hot minute on a couple other things, but I didn't really make a huge amount of progress on them. So because I've been working on gnomes and the window display and Christmas, which is also gnomes. So
and Christmas, which is also gnomes.
I'm on a gnome kick, and I haven't totally said that's what's happening to my parents, or my family. But if they can't figure that out, and I'm also kind of half posting about the Christmas stuff on social media, so if they're paying attention, they should not be too surprised. So here is. He's got a lot of ends I haven't clipped off yet, but because I'm not really sure what I'm doing with his arms and his weapons just yet, and I want the option to rearrange if I need to. But this is the Viking Gnome Erik. I've gotten 2 Eriks now. One's knit and one's crochet. This one is by Cozy Patterns. I think she has a couple different names on Instagram. Are you what?
I need to weigh my yarn.
So to figure out if you have enough left or what?
Yeah.
So this is Erik. And he was actually really fun. I like his shield better than his axe. His axe is a little floppy. I have brought in a little bit of gardening wire to see if I want to try to straighten up and his axe a little bit. He came out, the ones I'm making now are coming out a lot bigger than I thought they would. His horns were really fun, although I don't know if they're in quite the right place, but that's okay. His beard was the most fun. So his beard, the instructions were to pull the plies apart. I have learned that Cascade 220 Superwash has 4 plies. When I pulled it apart, I learned there were 4 plies in there. And then she wanted you to take 3 of the plies and attach them how I've done a lot of the other hair. So, and then what you're supposed to do, she has it with the mustache and the beard, you're supposed to brush it out with a wire brush, or one of the other patterns is talking about a pet brush, which would be a wire brush, right?
I completely...
No, I don't know if I want to brush him out, though. If I brush him out, he'd have soft, silky, you wouldn't see these little... I really like it with the little kinkies.
It looks like...
The kinky texture, right?
The whole 90s wants their hair back, where you had the
crimps?
The crimps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so... what I did with these plies is everything I attached with the 3 plies, because we're doing the Sun Dragon colors here, I did, 2 red and 1 yellow, or 2 yellow and 1 red. So I really interspersed them, but I was very methodical about it, and I happened to be watching Bones at the time, and so maybe I had a little Temperance Brennan in me, but I was alternating, and there was a structure to all of this, and I took some leftovers to give him beard and mustache, little tie-offs, and I think I'm just gonna leave him like this. I'm still playing around with what I want to do with the weapons, and I totally blanked on... I have these poly pellets, and I totally blanked on putting poly pellets in. Right now, he's standing up. But see, he's a little top-heavy. There we go. He's a little top-heavy. Because of the weapons. So, unless I figure out something to attach back here to counterweight him, he's going to be a little top-heavy. But I can put him in the front window for our holiday display and just prop him up with fiber fill. That's our snow and our holiday display.
He is so cute.
He is adorable, and he's probably close to the size of the knit one I made. They're getting bigger. I found one more pattern for a Viking Gnome that's probably going to be little and cute, and I'm going to... I have no sense of size of any of these. Some of the Ravelry patterns, or patterns themselves, might list finished size, but they list a different yarn that I'm using. So I feel like all my Christmas presents are going to come out whatever size they come out. And so some people could be getting gnomes that are this big, and some people are going to get gnomes that are this big, and I just have no idea, because all the pictures make them all look the same size. So I finished him, and I might do another one, but I might just focus on Christmas at this point, and no one for Christmas is getting a Viking Gnome. I'm trying to pick gnomes that have themes that might be either things people like, or things they do, or, I'm trying to be creative, but I'm also limited by... what patterns I can find, because I'm not really gonna make stuff up. I have a thought about my sisters. I might adapt one to look better for what my sister likes with the mixed drinks type thing.
And most of that's just changing color. That's not.
Yeah, I'm planning something for my sister that will be a little different. Like there's a Sunday. It's supposed to be a my sister likes making mixed drinks, like with her off time to relax. And I found one that's like a cocktail, but it's a party cocktail with a cherry on top. It looks like a milkshake or a sundae. And I'm like, that's not really what my sister likes. She likes old fashions, and she like she posted one that's in a martini glass. So I am gonna see if I can take that one and do increases to turn it into a martini glass head, potentially. I know it sounds really weird, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. This weekend, usually I start with the kids. I start with my niece and nephew. I didn't have the right colors at home, because I think my niece is getting a cat gnome, and I probably want to make hers like teal or turquoise. I didn't have that at home. I had all the colors from my Viking Gnomes, which would work for what I'm doing for my brother-in-law. And if they watch this show at all, none of this will be a surprise, and that's fine. My brother-in-law brews beer, so I found a hops gnome. And this morning for meditation, I sewed pieces of it together. This one I actually did put the poly pellets in, and I had this adventure. I would be so much further along. This is probably why I'm so tired. I filled the bottom like third of him with poly pellets, and then I stuffed it, and I was closing it off and attaching his little
suspenders.
Thank you. I couldn't think of words. And as I'm attaching them, the poly pellets are going. They're coming out of the stitches because I can't make my stitches tight enough, and I'm using a bigger yarn than I probably should for this. And so I went, this is not going to work. He's going to be shedding poly pellets everywhere, and it's going to be bad. And the dog is probably going to eat them, and at my sister's house. So I took him back down to like the midpoint, and I gave him like an outer layer of fiber fill and put the poly pellets in the middle. He actually is very stable, which is awesome. Like, as opposed to this guy who, if I put him up here, he's going to fall over, right? This guy's pretty stable. He's also he's not very top heavy, but I think I figured it out, at least for now. So I just attached his arms and his nose. I stayed up way too late last night making his hops hat.
Shocked. But it turned out so super cute.
This guy's a lot bigger than I thought he was going to be. But this is going to go here. I'm going to pick him up so we can see. And he gets a beard and a mug. He gets a beard before the hat gets attached. So the hat's done. But he hasn't been sewn on yet. But even like, I know you can't really see him because of this Viking's in the way. Ta-da!
Super cute.
But he's gonna be more stable, I think. Especially see, look at that. Even without being sewn on, he's more stable. He's gonna get a little brown beard. I think Larry has brown hair, if I remember correctly. He's got brown hair. I'm gonna try to make the gnomes have the hair. Like, I'm changing up the colors from the patterns based on what I have. Like, this was bright green, but turtle's my favorite.
Turtles, and
I used almost all of the turtle.
Turtle
like half
looks
a skein of turtle
more
for
hoppy than
like super bright green. Yeah. So he's kind of all greens, and I had the yellow I'm using for the hair. I have this yellow at home, which could work. I feel like it's rude to talk over you, so I'm not. Okay. But it takes a while. Okay, bless you. See, I have. It's really light yellow though. I don't know if that would be good beer color because he does IPAs, which are lighter but not that light. That's like Pilsner light. But I don't know if I want to break up. I'm gonna see what. We might have a nice color in the. I'm using up old dye lots if I can, of the Cascade 220 Superwash to do all of my gnomes. So he's really cute, and I'm going to give him a beard and a beer stein, and then he'll be done, and then I can move on to the next one. So I may exhaust myself pounding these guys out, but then they're done. and I can get back to normal knitting. She wasn't done. Are you allergic to me? I've been sitting here sniffling the whole time, though, so, or like, did I sneeze a few times? Can't remember. Cough. I've been coughing. That's what I've been doing. I think it's just I'm tired.
It's morning. I didn't do my morning sneezes.
I didn't know it was a thing, but okay.
I have morning sneezes. I have nighttime sneezes. I have sneezes.
I still really want to make the gnome coffee cozies too, though, to go along with these, because these are super. As he loses his head, it's gonna be so cute once I get that on there. Yeah, I was trying to explain to my family that gnome culture is a thing in knitting, and they're like, "Huh." Not as as when I showed them the Viking gnomes, but they're gonna get gnomes for Christmas, and
gnomes are becoming like a culture not just inside knitting. Like you can get gnomes for everything.
No, you have been able to get gnomes, but like people who aren't in the knitting and crochet world to think of making them is like what? But it's been a thing for a while.
If you're gnomey and you have a friend that knits or crochets, you're gonna be hitting them up for gnomes.
Yeah. Anyway, so I have all these other projects I'd love to get back to, but not until I finish Christmas presents, because that's kind of like Thanksgiving is like the marker. It's my ready, set, go! And y'all, I will update y'all on my progress as I do that. So I would like to be inspiring people of things to buy from the shop, and maybe the gnomes will, but maybe they won't. But I got to get them done. So I'm going to do that. That's what I spent most of my weekend on. I really we just got this in. I wasn't able to get this up online before our big sales, but we have just a few skeins of the Heritage Prints, their holiday color. I don't know if you can see that. It's just going to be speckly stripy. It's called Mistletoe, and I'm probably stealing one so I can make coffee cozies with it. It is pretty. Of what they're making, they're not making the jacquard prints where it really looks like you did color work with it. They're doing stripy, speckly things right now. So I got a few new colors of that in. We might talk about it tomorrow. We might not. I don't know what we're talking about tomorrow. So
we never know what we're
We never know. But it's supposed to have 3 colors, and I'm not going to do my 3 colors in the same way that it's supposed to be, but I think I'm going to make coffee cozies out of these 3 colors, and we'll see what I get, I think we were talking about this for the background and this for the stripies and the gnomes. And then I think I'm going to throw in some leftover white squirrel, old white squirrel shuffle with very little speckles on it for the gnome's face. This is roughly what it looks like if that shows up at all on camera. So I will keep you updated. Instead of doing like red and blue, the red and blue is all mostly going to be like the mistletoe color, the color changing. So I think that's all I got right now, because my brain is not working even though I had coffee. But we should go pack up orders. Here, our goal this morning, because we started filming super early, that's probably why I'm a little like I got in today. That's important. Our goal this morning before the shop opens is to pull all the orders that came in yesterday so no one can come into the shop and buy stuff that should be going to a customer because they bought it online. We have to run around. Like, it doesn't magically happen. You don't push the buy button and then suddenly your stuff's in a bag ready to go. So we're going to run around and fill orders.
Normally, I run around, fill orders, pack orders, blah, blah, blah. We have so much stuff that it's going to take all hands.
Including your husband's.
Including my husband. I was like, hey, you're coming in.
Today. And maybe Carol's, right?
And maybe Carol's.
Carol's arriving any minute now. So we are going to sign off for right now. It looks like we've been filming for about half an hour. We have knit night tonight. I was hoping I'd be more awake tonight than I was on Friday. I don't think it's going to happen. We have knit night tonight from 7 to 9 p.m. on Zoom. It's Tuesdays and Fridays. It's virtual knit night. Wednesday mornings and Saturday afternoons at the shop. It's in person, but it's outside, so dress appropriately. Bundle up at this point because it's almost December. That's crazy to say. So get into Zoom from 7 to 9 Eastern Time with the shop phone number.
828-877-3550.
And then tomorrow we will put some stuff on sale. At some point this month, I want to talk about, like, stocking stuffers and good Christmas gifts and stuff. And that might be tomorrow, but it might not. We haven't decided. We really plan, like less than a day ahead at this point. It's just one day at a time, one foot in front of the other. And then Thursdays, Dear Becky and Lizzie, we have a couple questions, right?
Questions.
And if you want to add to the queue of questions, please email
Liz at sundragonartandfiber.com.
You can also send us a letter if you like. Email just gets to us faster. But we have saved all the letters we have gotten for Dear Becky and Lizzie. The shop address, if you want to send us a card or something, is 35 South Broad Street, Brevard, North Carolina, 28712. I will try to wear a different sweater tomorrow. Depends on how cold it is and if I'm thinking straight or not, and, you know, all that good stuff. But, yeah. You got anything else? Mm-mm. Okay. I think we're done for today. Mm-hmm. It's good to see everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.